This free step-by-step video comes to you directly from Haynes, creators of the world's best repair manuals. Fix your car or truck the right way with our accurate and reliable information at your side. You can complete more than 200 jobs on this vehicle when you purchase the complete online manual at Haynes.com.
Front strut assemblies replacement. Pull the hood release lever located on the driver's side kick panel. Lift the hood safety latch and raise the hood upwards. Support the hood with the prop rod. Apply the handbrake. Chock the rear wheels to prevent the vehicle from rolling. Loosen the front wheel lug nuts, then raise the front of the car and support it on jack stands. Remove the appropriate front wheel. Remove the brake hose bracket bolt from the fender well. If the vehicle is equipped with ABS, also detach the wheel speed sensor wiring from any retaining points that interfere with the removal of the strut assembly. Remove the strut assembly to damper fork, pinch bolt, and nut. Remove the nut and through bolt that secures the lower end of the damper fork to the suspension arm. After removing the nut, drive the bolt out with a hammer and punch. Don't turn it because it has a serrated shoulder. With the steering knuckle ball joint supported with the floor jack, loosen and remove the nut from the upper control arm ball joint stud. Using a 2-jaw puller or ball joint separator, break the ball joint loose from the steering knuckle, then detach the arm. Separate the damper fork from the strut, gently tapping it downward with a hammer if necessary, then remove it from the vehicle. It may be necessary to lower the floor jack slightly to allow for removal, but be careful not to strain the brake hose. Scribe or paint marks around the bolt heads to act as an alignment aid when installing the strut assembly. While supporting the strut with one hand, remove the upper mounting bolts that secure the strut assembly to the body. Carefully guide the strut and spring assembly out of the fender well. The upper control arm will come out with the strut assembly. Carefully guide the new or overhauled strut and spring assembly into the fender well. Make sure it is positioned in the same orientation as when it was removed. Install the upper bolts loosely so that the strut won't fall back down. Align the bolts with the scribe marks drawn on the body previously, then tighten them securely. Tighten the upper strut to shock tower mounting bolts to the specified torque setting. Install the damper fork onto the strut, tapping it all the way upward. Make sure it is properly aligned and fully seated against the locating tab on the post. Install the lower damper fork through bolt and nut. Then install the damper fork to strut pinch bolt and nut. Tighten the damper fork pinch bolt and nut to the specified torque setting. Install the upper control arm ball joint into the steering knuckle, then install the ball joint nut. Tighten the ball joint nut to the specified torque setting. Raise the steering knuckle ball joint with the floor jack to simulate normal ride height. Tighten the damper fork lower through bolt and nut to the specified torque setting. Install the brake hose bracket to the fender well and tighten the mounting bolts securely. Also attach the wheel speed sensor wiring to the noted retaining points if the vehicle is equipped with ABS. Repeat this procedure on the remaining front strut assembly. Install the front wheel and lug nuts. Lower the car to the ground and tighten the wheel lug nuts to the specified torque setting.